Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooklyn, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a reading vlog. Now this is not just any reading vlog, it is going to be a reading vlog for the month of December slash trying to reach my reading goal for the year. So my goal was 50 books this year. I'm currently at 46 books. Without further ado, let's get into this video. I moved locations because I want to sit and talk to you guys a little bit about the books that I've been reading and the ones I'm currently reading and the ones I want to read. I have been really into audiobooks lately, specifically a certain narrator. It's Jacob Morgan. He goes by a couple different names and I've just figured that out, and that was like the happiest day of my life because I love the way he narrates books. I started listening to The Fury by Alex Michaelides. That is what Google says is how you pronounce his name, so I don't know if that's correct. But anyways, started listening to that book. I got 29% through it and I just was not really enjoying it, so I think I'm gonna soft DNF it. Then I was seeing a couple TikToks from booktubers recommending holiday time books. Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. I'm currently listening to this audiobook. The narrator that I was talking about earlier, Jacob Morgan, also goes by the name Zachary Weber. He narrates this one, and listen, I love his narration. So I started playing this book. This is a very similar vibe to The Fury, just holiday version and with a little bit of romance. I currently have 34 minutes left of this book and I absolutely love it. So I thought I'd just intro this book too because I'm almost done with it, but I wanted to talk about it because I love it so much. It is such a good book. The dialogue and the banter between the two of them is so good. It's actually very funny. There's parts where I'm like giggling. There was a moment where I actually like gasped at what was said, and my roommate was like, "What are you doing?" And I just showed her that I was listening to the audiobook. Anyways, but the man in this book, there are so many micro tropes or just like little things in here that I absolutely eat up every time in a book, and this man does it. Sorry. So once I finish that book, that'll be my 47th book done, and then I will only be 3 books away. So I will check in with you guys in my next little update, probably when I'm finishing The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I finished The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. I ended up rating it 4.75/5 stars, so I'm really in between. Hopefully by the time I'm editing this, I'll have like clear mind, but it was such a good book. I listened to it on Spotify, and the guy who narrated it, it's Jacob Morgan, but he also goes by like 3 other names. It's also Zachary Weber, if you've heard him. Basically what it is Ethan and Maggie? What's her name? Yeah. Ethan and Maggie are mysteriously invited to England for Christmas, and Maggie hates Ethan. Ethan's another writer for like mystery genre. She doesn't like him because he just seems like such a jerk. That's like the main plot of it, and it's kind of like a Knives Out vibe of it. I went into it blind, so I'm not gonna like explain too much of it, but the author that invited them there is a really well-known mystery author, and she goes missing, and like all of her family's there at the house, so it's kind of like the Knives Out vibes, and it was so good. The audiobook was also perfect. Started reading Powerless, which is the 3rd book in the Chestnut Springs series. That is Jasper's book, who is like the family friend that they brought in, and he's the hockey player. I started reading Powerless on the plane. I only got, I think it was 127 pages in. It's really good. I can definitely see where it's going. It's like slow but fast, like so much is happening but nothing at all, and I'm loving Jasper. Jasper is this man. Anyways, so it's like a friends to lovers thing. It's Jasper and Sloane's book, so that's what I'm currently reading right now. It's very good. If there's anything else, I'll update you guys, but I just wanted to tell you guys about that because I didn't really film much on the plane because I just felt so squished and crammed, but I was just reading most of the time. Playlist is good. Like, I really don't like country music, but the more I read cowboy romances, the more I'm really starting to appreciate that cowboy slash like country music. So that's my update. I will let you guys know if I have anything else, but can't see. This is insane. Okay. I just finished Powerless by Elsie Silver. I read majority of this on the plane today, so I don't have a lot of footage of me reading this. Also, Benny is with me, so that's the breathing you hear if you hear that. But I was really close to finishing it on the plane and I never got to it, so I just finished it now. I really enjoyed it. It was so cute. It's the third book in the Chestnut Spring series, and this follows Jasper and Sloane, their childhood friends, best friends, and you just kind of follow their journey through all that and their little ups and downs in life. I feel like Elsie Silver's books, not a lot happens that's like dramatic, and you're just kind of following their lives and different things that align with their occupation or what they're seeking in life. So like it wasn't crazy, but the chemistry between these two, the tension, might I add, so good. Jasper, like the amount of times my jaw was open. Like I was on the plane reading some of these parts. The stuff this man said, there was a part where I was like, I actually was shocked, and then I looked out the window because I need to like reconnect with nature. I had to really think about what I just read. It was absolutely caught me so off guard. Some parts I thought it was just like a lot, like a little too much. I don't know if it's because I was reading it all in one sitting, but I will say like the spice was just a little much. I don't know. I think I was just tired, like sleep tired, and I didn't really want to read, but I was just reading to read. I don't know what I'm going to rate this. I think I'm going to give it like a 4.25 or 4.5. I'll come back and give it like a final rating. I'm not quite sure yet. I would definitely recommend this. I love Chestnut Springs. All the characters from the previous books are in it. They're just really funny. It wasn't my fave book. I definitely think Cade and Willa's book, that is my favorite book. I love everything in that book. It was so good. With finishing that book, I'm currently 48 out of 50 books now of my reading goal. I have 2 more books that I have to read to complete my reading goal. I'm currently listening to Lights Out by Nevessa Allen, but I don't have enough Spotify hours to finish it, so I know that book's not going to count towards it. Did bring this book. It's like a little self-help book. There's also the Allie Hazelwood book. That's a short story that I could also get through really quick because I'm also home right now. If you guys can't tell, I'm back in my room in Idaho. It's Christmas time and I'm only here for a couple days, no basketball, and I really want to spend time with my family, just enjoy being with everyone. And with Benny, I will check in with you guys with the next book I decide to read. I also know that on Spotify, someone has King of Wrath by Anna Wong on there as like podcast, so you don't need the premium version. I might listen to that because, once again, the narrator Jacob Morgan is the one who does that narration for him, I'm pretty sure. Also, real quick, I have you guys here kind of some bookish things. So over the summer, I'm pretty sure I talked about this in like my June or July book reading vlog, but I got the Reckless paperback version off of Amazon. I'm hoping this is the same size as the Powerless paperback. I got this because I got Powerless on Amazon paperback version, and the other Powerless that I got was hardback, and I could not do that, so we have to match. So I got this one, and then before I got this one, I ordered the Barnes & Noble exclusive cover / edition of Reckless because this wasn't going to come in time for me to read it when I was home, and I really wanted to read it, so that was in the reading vlog you guys saw. So I got that version, and then my mom was kind enough to get me the Fourth Wing paperback with the little edges with dragons on it. I believe there's a bonus chapter with Xaden in this, but it got it for me at Costco and it was like 12 bucks, so pretty good. I thought I'd just update you guys because it's a little book update of some books for collecting, not so much reading because I've already read these obviously. Fourth Wing is also coming out with the third book, Onyx Orm, is coming out in January, so that'll be really exciting. Today I just spent kind of like random chunks of time reading Cruel Winter with You by Hazelwood. This is part of like another Amazon original series where they're all short stories by a bunch of different authors. I think this is the only one I'm going to read. This is the only one I was interested in because I love Allie Hazelwood's writing. I ended up giving this one like a 3.25, 3-star. The guy in it, 10 out of 10. Like the storyline was great. I loved it. Like I loved every moment of it. It was like 60, 70 pages. I enjoyed it. I thought there was yearning, there was groveling, there was like begging. I was like, this is perfect. It was kind of like childhood friends to lovers. But then I read the reviews from other people and they were like, low-key, he's kind of scary and he's stalkerish. And I was like, wait, like why is it me? It was a short story, like what do you expect from it? We're home for the holidays and it's just like they're kind of stuck because of a storm at the house and all that. We leave tomorrow to go back to California and had Christmas and everything, and I thought this would be a fun video because I didn't really film while I was home, so I don't really have anything to show my gifts or anything, but I did get a nice pile of books, and these are a mix of birthday and Christmas, so it's not all just Christmas. Benny's with me and there's a dog barking outside, so he might not stick around. Anyways, starting off, the first book I got, Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This is the first book, I believe, in like an interconnected series, so that's why I wanted it. I really want to start reading her books going into this next year because I know her books are amazing and I really want to read them. This is the Target special edition of If He Had Been With Me. You guys know this book has impacted my life this year. It's probably been one of my favorite books I've ever read, and it's beautiful. It has sprayed edges, pretty inside, so yeah, this is like a little collector book. The X-Vows by Jessica Joyce. I've seen a lot of great things, specifically Sarah Crowley on YouTube talk about this, and I wanted to get it. So there's that. Then I asked for Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas because if this is a very well-known book, I really don't have to explain this. I really want to read this series, and once I'm done playing basketball and done in college, I think I'm going to dive into the series so I can fully immerse myself into larger fantasy series. So I got that one. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I'm pretty sure this is like a show on Netflix, and that's also part of the reason why I want to read this, but I also have seen, once again, really great reviews for this. And then I got The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. Another fantasy. I've heard this has really great like banter and like the romantasy in it, so a lot of these books are fantasy. I'm not mad about it because I feel like fantasy always has the best tension. Then I got Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I've seen a lot of TikToks kind of advertising this book, and it's like a jaw-dropping thing that happens in here, and I don't want to spoil it for myself, but I feel like I have in some way. I don't think I have. I kind of forgot, but I'm really excited to read this one. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I've heard a little bit about this, but it's just another fantasy that I was interested in reading, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like, I know it's about cards. That's all I really know about. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I'm probably gonna read these, a good chunk of these on my Kindle, just because I'm leaving these books in like majority of my Christmas gifts at home because I don't need to take more stuff back to the island with me because I just have to pack it all up and bring it back here. Part of me just really wanted the physical copies of these books. My friend May read this whole series in like a week and absolutely loved it. So hopefully I love it too. I'm just really intimidated because I've seen so many people talk about it. These pages are like Bible thin and it's pretty thick. But I know that series is very well loved. And then I got Heartless by Elsie Silver. And I already read this book, but this is my favorite book from the whole Chestnut Spring series. It is so good. This is Kate and Will's book. They're my favorite ever. I love them. So I'm so happy I have this. I have this one and the first one. I'm probably gonna get the whole series eventually, but I asked for this one too. I also asked for The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. This is like the spin-off of the people from the Off-Campus series. So this is Garrett and Hannah's kid. May, my friend, also read this and she said it was really good and she absolutely loved it. My mom also got me this reading journal, which is actually perfect because I've seen a lot of people, I feel like this year was really popular to do reading journals or journals just in general. It has like index, books finished, title, author, rating, like whole review thing about like start to finish, how exciting, ease of reading, my overall rating, genre, page. Like this is everything I would need for a reading journal, which I'm really excited about because I think I could actually keep up with this. So that was like all the bookish stuff that I got. I've also been listening to King of Wrath by Anna Wong. I have this on Spotify. I'm not using my hours. It's from this like thing. You could probably look it up if you have Spotify and just look up King of Wrath audiobook and it'll pop up, but basically it's up here. Probably not legally, I have no clue, but I'm listening to it. But I checked on my Kindle and I'm pretty sure I'm like chapter 15 of King of Wrath, which is about, I'm on page 127, so that's 34% in. So I'm gonna keep listening to that. That guy, I can't remember his name for some reason, I'm like blanking on it right now. But he also narrates it, but he kind of gives it like this accent, so it's really good. Hi guys. I finished King of Wrath, the audio version. I listened to it on Spotify on the plane. Well, I actually finished it yesterday while I was waiting with Jade. I ended up giving it 3.75 stars, which isn't like the best, but I really love Dante Russo. Like, love the man, the things he said. I like I had to take a second sometimes with stuff he said. It was kind of like an arranged marriage. He's rich, whatever. So it was like my first arranged marriage that I read, or listened to. But I really enjoyed that. So that was actually my 50th book for my year. So I've met my reading goal this year, and then but Goodreads did like a little confetti thing. I'll put it on the screen. Super cute. But I finished my goal, and that's basically the conclusion of this video.